I'm jumping on live. I know I've been missing in action lately, but it's been a huge week or so here in the Northern Rivers area. So I'll wait until you get the notification, but I decided to jump on live just to get a bit of crafty time with my crafty people because I'm in the middle of, as you can see behind me, dismantling my craft area. So I'm on the move. I will be moving in a couple of weeks, but I need to dismantle my craft area and get ready for shifting out of my home. So there'll be lots of action happening. So as you can see behind me, I've started already unpacking my awesome Calyx unit, and I've got some boxes over here. You can see some of my inserts out of my Calyx unit. And a lot of people have said, oh my God, how are you going to move all of your craft stuff? But the beauty of it is those inserts just pull straight out of that Calyx unit. So I will be just pulling them out, laying them on their backs in the back seat of my car, and transporting them that way, and then just sliding them back in when we get the Calyx unit back in place. So, but anyway, and as you have probably seen, it has been a horrific couple of days here for us here in the Northern Rivers area. We have been flooded massively, and there's been so many people that have lost everything that they own in their homes and in their businesses. It has been truly a heartbreaking 4 days or so with the flooding that's happening. And thank you to all of those people that reached out to me and asked me, was I safe? Was I okay with the floods? And I live up in Gunnellabar, so I'm actually not in the flood zone. So I will never be flooded out. But there's many people. These floods affect all of us, no matter where we live. There's people that we know that have lost everything that they own, all of their furniture. The floods have gone straight through people's houses. There was many people on the roofs of their houses waiting to get rescued. It's been a harrowing 4 or 5 days, and it's still not over. The cleanup is just massive. Like, I was down yesterday all day downtown in Lismore helping clean out my daughter where she works, helping them clean out their business, and they've lost absolutely everything because for floods, normally what people do with the flood levels, they raise everything above the highest flood level that we've had recorded. And that's what most people did. And you always raise it a bit further than what they say with the highest flood level. But this flood level went 2 meters higher than what we've ever had before. So that 2 meters higher meant that homes got flooded, that businesses lost everything because all of the things that they packed up to that height all went under. So it's been it is very sad, and it's very sad for the whole coast because it's from up past Brisbane all the way down, and now our friends down in Sydney and Wollongong area, they're all copping it now in the last couple of days, and it's something to actually not take lightly. I know that we get the warnings and we get told to get prepared. And I can tell you, no one can prepare you for this weather system. It is absolutely like no other we've ever seen before. And I've lived in Lismore my whole entire life. So for nearly 53 years, I've been living in Lismore, and I've seen many, many floods, but I've never, ever seen a flood so scary and so quick and so devastating as what we've had right now. And we sometimes wonder, I know that we are true Australians and that we can get through almost everything, but it's so heartbreaking to see what's happening. There's so many people that have no homes to go back to, and the destruction zone was unbelievable. Like, driving around the parts of Lismore that we could drive around yesterday, there is buildings that are just destroyed. Their awnings have been ripped off. But you know what? And the one thing that I can say to each and every person that is anywhere near floods, you can't replace a life. Like, we've already, our death toll is up to 4 so far in town. And I think Penrith Nepean River is under. I know it is such a scary flood. So my thoughts go out to everybody that is flood affected like that. And all I can say is be safe yourself, save yourself, get yourself out. Don't get yourself caught like many of these people have been in our area. It's been a really, really sad, tragic flood, and so many people that have been through such harrowing experiences. It's it's actually it's just heartbreaking. I'm still in a state of shock. I think it's it's just out of this world. The flood levels and the heights of the water and the current in the water. It's just even with boats, like we had boats that capsized that were trying to get people to safety, and then the boats were capsizing because of the strong current in the water. So anyway, so on a brighter note, I'm my mental capacity for crafting, I thought I'm going to come here, I'm going to hang out with you all, I'm going to case a card out of the catalogue, because honestly, my headspace to even go any further than that. So what I decided to do, let's get to crafting and get off the gloom and doom, and let's get into some fun crafting like we want to. Now, I have no idea whether that camera, yes, it is in place, it's all good. Okay, so I decided that I was going to use the On the Horizon bundle, the paper. Now, as you can see, this is the first time I haven't even opened the paper yet, and the gorgeous Horizon dies. So you can see them there. So I've decided that I wanted to just case a card out of the catalogue, because that's all my mental capacity is able to give you at this stage. But I'm sure that you will enjoy this gorgeous bundle when you see what we can do with it. So as you can see, it's got some really, really nice, good images. Now, it can be found on page 42 of our mini catalogue. So you can see here, I'm going to actually case this card here. I thought that was quite nice. So, and to tell you the truth, I don't even know whether I have the pebbles, but anyway, we will see what we've got. My craft room is a bit of a catastrophe at the moment, but you can actually order this in a whole suite. So the whole suite number is actually over here on this page. So if you're ever looking for the whole suite number, where it says Suite New Horizons, you will see Suite Collection, and you will see an item code there. Now, for that item code, you will get the stamps, the dies, the ribbons, the embellishments, and the gorgeous designer series paper. Now, how our catalogues also are designed is it shows you the colours that actually go with the designer series paper. So Stampin' Up actually help us when it comes to our crafting and our inspiration of being able to help us, guide us with the color combinations that we can use. So it means that out of these colors, that when you go to use your designer series paper, these colors are going to match the colorings in the paper. So it helps you with your crafting. So good morning, everyone. Thank you and welcome to my live crafting session. Now, I just want to pre-warn you, I don't know how often I'm going to be able to go live, because I am in the middle of shifting my home. So, so if I'm missing in action in the next couple of weeks, I'll keep you updated with where I am, what I'm doing, what the pack up is like, and keep you informed in what I'm up to. But if I'm not on social media, you will know that it's because I'm too busy in my personal life trying to pack up my craft studio. So you can imagine I've packed up the majority of the house. I'm living with the bare necessities at the moment in our home, but I'm sort of in the process of trying to dismantle my craft studio. So you can imagine how that is. So we have this gorgeous paper, and I just want to show you this paper because we need to just stop and have a look at these papers. So this is one side and this is the reverse side. So the paper is absolutely stunning. And you can see here, even just with the papers there, straight away, you've got a beautiful scene. So the paper is, Laura's asking me where I'm moving to. I will tell you, I'm going to my mum and dad's at the moment. Until I get myself sorted, I'm going out to my mum and dad's who live at North Casino. So I'm going to stay with them for a while until I work out where I'm going. So you can see there, you've got some gorgeous, beautiful pictures straight off. I'm going to try and find this one. I think it's, no, I don't even think it's that one. Okay, so we've got this side here and the reverse side. Okay. This one here and the reverse side. So this paper is simply stunning. This one here and the reverse side. So you can see here with some gorgeous paper. This one here and the reverse side. I actually feel like that could be it. Maybe not. I'll put it out because I think it might be it. This one here and the reverse side. This one here and the reverse side. I know, Matthew, isn't it stunning paper? I agree. Got one there that I must have got. On. This one, oh, I like that one. No, I've just found the paper that I need. And that one. So you can see the paper alone, even if you just got the paper, that with some beautiful die cuts, this is the bit of paper I need. Yeah. So I'm going to pop that one back in there. So this side and this side. So easy to make cards with, Angie, correct. Okay, we'll turn those over. This one, it just keeps getting better, doesn't it? Look at them. And I think this is the final one. Yep, it is. And that. So some gorgeous, stunning paper. All right. So out of all of that, we're going to use this piece right here. Okay. And we're going to get some Misty Moonlight as the card base. Okay, I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and we will trim this bit down to go on to the front of our card. Okay, so we have, I'm going to go to probably about 3 inches, I think, or 3 1/4. We'll see what, or 3 1/2. We'll see what 3 1/2 looks like. And I don't know, we may do 5 inches. Let's see what that looks like on the front. So that, I may cut it a bit shorter. Got a bit of a frog in my throat this morning. Okay. So we'll fold that in half. I'm thinking that looks quite good. It could actually be a little bit smaller, but I'm going to go with that. Okay. And then we're going to grab a piece of basic white. So we're going to do the basic white a little bit smaller again. So I might do it 3 by 4. We'll try that. And that. See what that looks like on the front. I probably should have done it. No, that's going to look all right. Okay. And I want a scrap piece of paper because it looks like they have actually done oh no, they've cut that out of another piece of that. Okay, so I can see what they've done. All right. So I need the dies and I need another piece of that one that we just had. Whoa, there goes my trimmer on the table, on the ground, I mean. I was trying to find the paper, but I sat the white paper on top of it. That one there. I'm going to grab that one. And I'm going to use the die that is this shape just here. And we're going to cut that out. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. And I'm going to pop that die on just there. Now, if you absolutely love this suite, I have actually popped the item code into the show more box down below on YouTube or into the description of this video on Facebook. So I've popped the item code to actually purchase the whole suite, and I've also popped the item codes for just the paper and the bundle. So depending on what you're wanting to purchase, I've popped all that in there for you. Okay, so now the fence they've done out of some timber paper. Do I have some of that over here? I don't think I do. What? No. They've used the paper out of In Good Taste, but I actually don't have that paper. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stamp. Actually, no, I can work out a way to do that. I'm going to take, so bear with me while I pop my stickers on because I haven't even used this stamp set yet. So I'm just going to pop the sticker on here. Now, there's a couple of different ways of popping these stickers on. You can do like what I'm doing here, that you just line it up over the top like that and stick it on. Or you can actually pop the sticker onto your block first and then stamp it down. So I will show you a different way once I've done this. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to probably stamp it in maybe Sahara sand, I think. So we'll do it on this scrap piece of paper here. I'm going to do that like that. I'm going to stamp another one on top here because I want to cut out the little picket fence, but I needed it to look a little bit like, it will fit just on that one image, I think. No, I think it's probably good that I have done it both ways. Okay, so I'm going to run that through and cut that out as well. So there's a little bit to this card, like casing this card, but it's got a beautiful, fun look. So I'm going to bring in the cut and emboss machine again and we'll cut that little picket fence out. Just jumped on. We had, is this the name of the DSP paper? Okay, so the name of the designer series paper is called New Horizons paper, 6x6. The item code is 157768. Okay, so if you wanted to know what that is to order, 157768. It's the Horizons paper. New Horizons. Okay, so we've got our little picket fence. And see, as you can see now, it's got the, and I've done the wrong way. So I've got to use the other one. It's always the way, isn't it? I need to use the opposite one, I think. Let's try. We'll grab it because I've got enough here to cut the other one out anyway. I'm nearly positive I do. Yep, I do. Okay, so we'll try that there. Doesn't matter. We'll have two fences anyway. And decide to use whichever one we want because I think that one's got to have, I think I did cut the right one. Anyway, we've got two cut there anyway. All right, so we've got that. Just move that back out of the way again. And pop my dies back in there so I don't lose them. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of stamping here. So we've got, I need to pop my sticker onto this one, which is the foliage, the reeds or beachy sort of foliage, whatever you want to call it. I'm going back to my old way of sticking the stickers on because right at this very moment, it's the easiest way to do it. All right, so I just grab a block and pop that one on. And I think I'm going to stamp that in soft suede. So what we're going to do is we're going to arrange this this looks like a watercolor background, but because we've actually cut it out of the designer series paper, and if we pop it up onto some dimensionals, you'll find that will look like a watercolored background, but it's actually just the die and the designer series paper. So it's quite clever the way they've done that. But we want these little foliage sticking out from up above here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to look at that, eye that off, because I want to have room for my sentiment to be stamped down the bottom here. So I'm going to eye that off and I'm just going to move it away and I'm just going to stamp that foliage just up there like that. So then that's going to go back on there and you'll see that that foliage is going to pop out from underneath there. Now they've also used the die that cuts out the grassy bits here. And they've used some more of the designer series paper. So we've got to find that designer series paper that has that greenish look to it. So I'm going to close up that ink pad so I don't get that all over me. So you can maybe help me. Which paper do you think that they've taken the greenery? We could do it on that. And where did I just put that? There. So we could do it on this here. I feel like that could be one. I think that's going to be the bit of paper. That there. I don't think there's any other that had the real green look in them. That. No. No, I'm still thinking it's that one. Although it could be, oh, that's the same one. Yeah, I'm thinking that they've cut it out of that greenery there. And that's what I'm going to do. Show us the original card. Okay, so the original card is this one down here, Sue. We're doing that one there. So it's this piece here. I'm nearly positive they've cut it out of that designer series paper. Unless there's a green on the back. I didn't do that. I didn't check on the back. There might be a green on the back of them. No. Ooh, there. It could be cut out of that one. Okay, so what are your thoughts? This one or this one to cut that little piece out? What are your thoughts? I still feel like it's this one. I really do. I still feel like it's that one. Because I'm looking at it that it's got some limey green and some dark. This one doesn't really have that limey green look. I think I'm going to go with this one, the one on the left. All right, so I'm just going to grab my cut and emboss again and I'll run that through. where I think it could be. So I'm thinking around there. So we're going to get that nice limey green with the darker green bits. Yep, that looks just about perfect to me. Have you all stopped commenting, or are you just concentrating on what I'm doing? I think that is just about perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then with our picket fence in here behind. Left, says Joanne. Yeah, I think it was the left as well. Okay, so it's all starting to come together. So you can see here. Now we've got the ribbon. So we've got the gorgeous ribbon. So in this suite, we have the Misty Moonlight ribbon and the Petal Pink ribbon. So it's a ribbon combo pack. You're concentrating, Matthew. So it's a ribbon combo pack. So we're going to use the Night of Navy ribbon. We need to stamp the sentiment thinking of you. So I need to grab that stamp. Thinking of you. And pop the sticker on that one. There. Okay. Thinking of you. Like that. And we'll grab that. And it looks like that is stamped in Misty Moonlight. That. And I'll grab that. And we put Thinking of You down the bottom here. Thinking of You. So that was stamped in Misty Moonlight. Okay. Now we are ready to put this card together. Okay. So I want to pop that up there like that. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. If I can find my dimensionals. Where are they? There they are. I was going to say, I knew I had a pack here somewhere. So you can see here, this card is coming together really with minimal stamping. It's really a lot of the Designer Series paper doing the hard work for us. And I think the beauty of this paper is that it has so much texture and colouring. It's just gorgeous. You're absorbed, Lynn. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm entertaining you. And you know what? This is what I really needed after the last couple of days I've had. It's just nice to hang out and craft and forget about what's going on at the moment. All right, so I'm just going to pop that. Oh, sorry. Woo, woo, woo. We've got to do the ribbon behind first. That was nearly a mistake to make. All right, so I'm going to pop in some Seal Plus here. And we're going to do a little bit of a zigzag with the ribbon. So I'm just going to, with the ribbon, I'm going to go like that and pop it into that Seal Plus. We're going to, oops, like that. Okay. And then, oh, I've got my bit sticking to me here. And just like that. Okay, now let's see what that's going to look like sitting over the top of that. Yep, perfect. All right, we'll trim that off a little bit. Like there. And then we will glue that over the top there, like so. So we've got our zigzag of our ribbon. We've got that popped up over the top. Now our little picket fence, we're going to just pop that on with a little bit of glue, liquid glue. Yes, Lynn. I know. Crafting would do you the world of good at the moment. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of liquid glue on the back of that. Now I would normally use my sponge and my sponge and my glue trick, but that will do at the moment. Same thing with this gorgeous little bit. We're just going to pop that along here. Like that. Now I don't have, I'm nearly positive I don't have those pebbles here on my desk. I don't, which is a bit sad. Those pebbles look really nice, but I don't actually have them here. I don't think I have them in my drawer over here. No, and I don't think I have them in here. Oh, I do. Look, I found them. Okay, so this is the embellishments. If you could understand where all my crafting products are at the moment, I wouldn't have a clue where they are at the moment. But these are the pebble enamel shapes. So I do have some. So with these, I'm actually going to do a little bit of, have I got light smoky slate here? What's this? Yes, I'm going to do a little bit with my blends, a little bit of light smoky slate just in underneath here, just to add a little bit more like a bit of a shadow. Can you see that? So just to add a little tiny bit of a shadow. So I've just used my brush tip end of my light smoky slate and just done a little bit of a shadow in underneath there. So it looks like there's actually a shadow happening underneath here. And then, of course, with our enamel shapes, I can find a take a pick tool. There's one there. We're going to add a couple of those on. So we've got like one of these. I think these pebbles are so cute. One of these up here somewhere. We have one of these. About there. We have another couple. So we have one down around here and another lighter one, which we might do that one there. Okay, so they're like that. All right, so that is more or less it. So that looks super cute. And then once we pop it on here. All right, so we're going to glue this one straight down. So we're going to glue that on a little bit of an angle, like that. And then this one I'm actually going to pop up on dimensionals. I'm all about the good tips, Susan. How are things going for you down there in Victoria, Susan, Melbourne? How's it going with everything? Been a while since we've chatted. And thank you very much for seeing if I was okay with the floods. Been a bit of a harrowing time for many, many people. And, you know, there was a comment that was put on Facebook in our community page about it was a bit of a nasty comment, and like I couldn't believe that people I know that people are devastated and I know that they've lost everything, but there was a comment about us up here in Gunnellabar are probably sitting high and mighty in our houses up in Gunnellabar, nice and dry and warm, watching Netflix while we're all down here losing everything we own. Now, I mean, the community of Gunnellabar, people donated like bedding, pillows, towels, toiletries, food, you name it. And you know, it doesn't matter where you live, you're still affected by these things, you know, like it's not something that just because you're not living down in the town itself, it doesn't mean that you're not affected by it. And honestly, you're affected by the fact that you know people that live in the area. You're affected by the fact that, I mean, we now have no food in our grocery stores, like, and so if we weren't prepared, then we don't have food, you know, like things like it's just crazy how people, and I know that people are emotional, but now isn't that card gorgeous? I just love that card. I know, Margaret. Exactly. Some people make you sick because it's all what they're surmising, really. And in all honesty, we are feeling it just as much as everybody else. And as I said, we have family that are in the same in town. We have, I mean, my mum and dad lost a good friend of theirs. You know, like they found her in her home. You know, like things like that is really, really sad. There's people that have lost loved ones. There's people that have lost everything, you know, and our heart goes out to all of them. And it doesn't matter where you live, you're still affected by it. I mean, my daughter, you know, like we've gone down and we've helped them pack up and clean up at her work. You never know. If businesses don't rebuild, there's going to be people that will lose jobs. There's going to be low income. And we were already struggling from the last flood that we had in, I think it was 2011. Well, I thought it was 2017, but people were saying 2011 yesterday. But I mean, like it's so hard and devastating, and it's a natural disaster. I mean, like it just comes from nowhere. No one could have seen it coming, and honestly, it's yes, we all know people need to get it together and show empathy. Exactly, Susan. And I can tell you, we had even one of my daughter's friends was stuck on her roof for many hours on that Monday morning, and we were thinking that we were going to lose her, you know, like, and messages backwards and forwards, and like my daughter is best friends with her daughter, and you know, like it was just devastating. I mean, that was one person that we knew, but there was many other people that were in the same situation, and many other people that got caught unawares, and like and it's traveling south, you know, like, and they're saying it's going to hit as far down as Tasmania as well, you know, like, so it is just this freak weather system that nobody has seen before. So and you know what, exactly, Susan, we Aussies, we tend to give as much as we possibly can. And there was people yesterday, like even Jenny Lee's, my daughter's boss, when we arrived, she said, oh, I didn't ask for help. And I said, you shouldn't have to. I said, people with any heart would be down here helping people in this crisis. So it doesn't matter where you're from, you know, like we've all been through floods before, but nothing like this one. But I mean, the community, they gather together, they help everyone out. There's people that are there was people that were going around on even on their jet skis and their boats. They had to ask people to put their personal boats in the water and go and save people. Yeah. So and I mean, like even my daughter's boss, he was out on his jet ski. He saved probably about 30 people that day, just going and picking them up off the roofs of their houses and putting them on the back of his jet ski and taking them to higher ground, and meanwhile, his whole business, they were losing everything, so we will band together. And I mean, I struggle to see how people are going to come back from this, but I know that we will. And I know that the government is helping out. The government's trying to work out some way of helping people through this flood crisis. But it is honestly, the whole entire East Coast has been hit by this, in Australia. So, I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. We've been dealt so many blows over the last 3 or 4 years or so, but we will bounce back. So, but anyway, thank you very much for spending some time with me. And here's that gorgeous card that we made today. Now, you can see this beautiful Horizons bundle is so gorgeous. And a little bit of a tip, this is our next global creative tutorial bundle. So we will be using this. So if you haven't purchased the global creative tutorial bundles before, we have the gorgeous new Horizons. That's our next one that we're designing right now. So all of us are designing that. So that will be for next month. And I do have a new global creative tutorial bundle this month. And for the life of me, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was Abstract Beauty that we did. And it was supposed to be released yesterday, and I apologize to everybody. I haven't done my computer work. I haven't got things up to date because of what's happening and because of trying to pack as well. So I will try and get that global creative tutorial bundle out to all of the people that have subscribed. But our tutorial bundle is $22 to purchase. Now, we still have, for us here in the South Pacific in Australia, we still have 2 weeks left of our celebration. So we still have the joining offer that you get 2 free stamp sets and you get to choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. So if you're interested in getting a discount on your crafting products, I would love to invite you into our crafting community. And one of the best parts about being a part of my team is that you get guidance and support throughout our team environment from myself with your crafting. So it makes it a little bit easier for you to craft because you've got a crafting community that will help you and guide you with your crafting. Plus, my team members get the Global Creative Tutorial Bundle for free. Plus, I get all of my Stamps Club videos. I try to inspire my team as much as I can and possibly spoil them as much as I possibly can. So I'm actually thinking that Susan said, why don't you take a break for us for a couple of weeks? And if I am missing in action, you know that I'm busy, you know that I'm doing a lot of things, but I will be back and I will keep you up to date with my moving process. I'm going to be setting up at my mum and dad's. So once I get myself set up at my mum and dad's, so there may not be a live video for the next couple of weeks, but I will try and pop on as much as I can, keep you up to date with what's going on and where I'm at and what I'm doing. I have a 2-day retreat coming up on the 12th and the 13th of March. So that's not this weekend coming, but next weekend. So I'm still in the process of trying to get myself organized for that. And for any of you that are booked into the retreat, we are fine for the retreat. The retreat is up here in Gunnellabar. The only difference would be if you had accommodation sorted downtown, you may need to try and find some accommodation in Gunnellabar or maybe Austinville at this stage because of the flooding downtown, because all of the motels downtown, they were all affected by the floods. So there was not a motel that wasn't affected. So if you had a booking in a motel downtown in Lismore, you need to rethink that booking because it definitely won't be available for you to stay downtown. But our retreat is up in Gunnellabar and it is going ahead. I'm not cancelling the retreat. We will be going ahead. And I've got, I think, about 24 ladies that are going to be joining me in person. And I'm super excited to have such a large retreat and we're all going to be in one place. So yes, we're high and dry and the retreat will be going ahead too. So keep up to date. I will, as I said, I'll jump back in every now and then and let you know exactly what I'm up to. But if I'm missing in action, it's because I'm packing. So I will see you all again soon. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye for now.